what's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Suit Up Geeks podcast. Today, we have a fun episode today. We are just reacting. It is happy hour. I've got a drink. I don't know if Gabe has a drink, but he looks fresh. He looks clean, very clean cut. Gabe, where can we find you, man? What do you got going on, man?
Hey, happy to be here. This is awesome. We've talked about just having a show where we just like talk about stuff. So this is our chance. I just thought of something else that we could talk about.
Cool.
People can find me at Film Opinionitis on social media and right here at the at the Painted Lines with Cinespection, where we talk all sorts of stuff as well. So that's a lot of fun.
All right. So right now, guys, if you're joining us, always be sure to smash that like button. If you guys love film, if you guys don't love film, smash it anyway. But if you're watching us live, please be sure to comment. We are going to react to our final four of the animation draft just started. Right now we have Jacob versus Ryan. And it's a tight battle. 77 votes already within the last hour. So it is heated. It looks like Jacob it has a tight a lead over Ryan right now. Any quick reaction to that, Gabe?
I think it makes sense. I think Jacob has the best team in the whole competition. I like all those movies. Probably the Simpsons movie is my least favorite, but it's a pretty good movie. But everything is great, right? But I guess if people don't like Pixar, they might kind of have a problem with that list because it's mostly Pixar. And then Ryan's list, I don't know. I don't like Ratatouille. I've never seen Coraline, and How to Train Your Dragon. I couldn't even get through the first one. So to me, I know it was really boring.
Boring is the term of the day here. I actually like Ryan's squad a little bit more. I think Soul was very well done for Jacob. It was definitely a reach in the first round. If you could probably put Monsters Inc. in the second round, probably put Tangled in the third round, and then the last two picks would be bad for me. For me, Ryan has a better team. I love Toy Story. It's everything when it comes to what you see today for animated films. You look at How to Train Your Dragon 2, which is by far the best of the How to Train Your Dragons. Ratatouille, personally, on my team, I took my favorite and probably the best Pixar film, which is The Incredibles. And then Ratatouille is my second favorite. As many, there's a lot of people have different attachments to different things when it comes to Pixar. But Ratatouille, I'm a foodie. I love cooking food. That movie just connected with me. I totally grew up in that, in Grinch, the Grinch that Stole Christmas phase. I watch it every single year. And when Anton Ego takes that first bite of Ratatouille and transports to his childhood, and that transformation of Anton to him feeling happy and joyous and comforted, and that's what food is all about. Food is memory. That is a movie that truly understood what it was going for. Coraline is really underrated. I was really happy to see Ryan take Coraline. It might have went a little too high, but it's definitely an amazing film. And Zootopia was an absolute steal in the fifth round. For me, definitely Ryan has the better team here. Although WALL-E, I got to say it, my daughter is named Evangeline, Eva for short. That was on purpose. That was legit on purpose. Nice. And if there's any boys out there that are named WALL-E, we're gonna fuck them up because that shit ain't happening. I will lock it down, Gabe. I will lock that shit down.
I love WALL-E too, but wait, you said something really quick, and I just want to clarify. You don't like Tangled?
No, I love Tangled. Tangled is one of my favorite. Tangled is one of my favorite Disney movies ever. It's the best of the revival. It was a movie that at a time when Disney just sucked. They couldn't get out of their own way. They were a dog just chasing their own tail. And Tangled came out and it just completely reinvigorated what Disney animated films is all about. Tangled is a beautiful film, and it's one that really holds up today. I think you watch it today, it's just as good as it was back then. Animation,
The
song,
horse, the horse.
the horse Max is horrific. One of the best side characters. Period for Max is terrific. Monsters Inc. I don't need to explain about Monsters. We've been doing Monsters at Work reviews here at the Pseudo Geeks channel. Everybody knows my love for Monsters Inc. I'm not going to deep dive into that, but the Simpsons movie,
it was all right. I don't
Spider Pig
remember much of it.
Spider Pig is fun.
Oh, Spider Pig. Yeah, that's what. And the president is Arnold Schwarzenegger. I remember that.
Yeah. And Tom Hanks is in it. That's pretty cool.
I also remember there's a shot where Bart is on his skateboard and he's naked. Remember, and they have something in front of his penis.
Yeah.
And then everything is in front of him except for his penis. I don't know. It's just kind of like a good joke that I remember.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Soul is like a major reach for me because as much I actually enjoyed Soul, it definitely like had me tearing up, but like I'm surprised people are voting for it. I would 100% believe right now that Jacob's getting the popularity vote right now over Ryan's team. Like that's not even a debate from my end.
I mean, they're both good lists. I mean, I know people really love How to Train Your Dragon. I couldn't get through the first one, but I know people really like those. Zootopia is really popular. Ratatouille, like you said, many people really like it. I personally didn't, but I mean, I get it's popular. I think it's just to me, it's clear that it's just, if you were going to marathon these movies, what's up, Luke?
Should we ask Luke to join?
Sure. If you were gonna marathon these movies, kind of like I like to think about these drafts that way. If you were gonna marathon, you prefer the second one? The second one?
My goodness, it's not like I have no desire to watch Soul again. I have no desire to watch the Simpsons movie again. WALL-E is a great movie. I could watch that WALL-E over and over. It's pure art. But when it comes to like Toy Story, like when it comes to How to Train Your Dragon 2, it's just a coming of age. Very Empire Strikes Back film. Ratatouille, of course. Coraline is that dark, sinister, amazing film. Then Zootopia opened up the doors to a different type of animation that typically they never really address. So there's not even quite like it would. It's for me, Ryan. What about you?
No, I do the first one. I mean, look, Soul. It's interesting with Soul because I feel like I really liked it when I watched it, but I don't, for the life of me, I don't think I can explain the message that they were trying to convey. It's kind of like, all over the place in some ways. I liked it. I would watch it 10 times. Like, it's fine. But I don't know if on the 10 times that I rewatch it, like it would be as good. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you feel around the same way.
I agree.
Yeah, but the rest I've watched more than once. Oh, not the Simpsons movie. I watched that in theaters. That's it. It came out 20 years ago or something? I don't even. Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next round. I'm gonna close that out. Let's share the screen here.
Free Guy spoilers. Yeah. Did you like Free Guy?
I haven't seen it. Is it good?
I mean, you'll like it, I think. I'm you know me.
I heard it's really fun. And at the end of the day, that works for me. So
yeah. I think you'll like it. I think it's an enjoyable film. Rachel really liked it.
Good. I've watched Jungle Cruise like 5 times now.
Oh God, I hated that movie. I hate it.
I loved
it.
I loved it.
Just like so like I remember turning to Rachel at some point, like halfway through, and I was like, "Are you bored?" And she was like, "Yeah, I'm really bored." Like, it's like, I don't know how.
I enjoyed it.
Like, it has everything that I mean. I'm straying off topic, but that's what we're doing here, right? It feels like it has everything that I should love. Like you showed me the soundtrack, which I thought was brilliant. I like The Rock. I like Emily Blunt. I love them together. right? They were, really, really good. I like Jesse Plemons playing a crazy bad guy in a submarine,
Yeah.
but I I wasn't into it. I don't know. I feel like it's become some really small things have started. I'm becoming like a bit of a grump. I know you guys think that about me, but I feel like sometimes it's true because it's sometimes like some little things like kind of bother me, and I just can't like stop thinking about them. And the case of the Jungle Cruise, I really dislike that um it was all filmed in a backlot with a motor ship, like a motorboat doing this, you
Yeah.
know like before, like, have you seen Anaconda?
Oh, I love
Like,
it. I love it so much.
they went to the Amazon and shot that thing. Like the fact that they took John Voight, J Lo, Ice Cube, and just put them in the Amazon, and they were like, or that guy who plays the butler in Richie Rich. You know that guy I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah,
He's
of
also in
course.
Jumanji. Yeah, all those guys. They got him and they put him like in a boat in the Amazon where you can die from, like, they can die in the Amazon. You can die from anything: bugs, piranhas, snakes, whatever. And they shot that movie. It's just a different experience than, to me, the Jungle Cruise was just like a CGI stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on expectations.
Yeah,
I went into it like just hoping for something that would be slapstick enjoyable. Like you said, Emily Blunt, Dwayne Johnson was awesome. Like I could watch
yeah,
the on on the big screen for days. I thought they nailed it. At the end of the day, like I have this weird, I don't know what it is, Gabe. I don't know how to explain it, but it's the same reason I love National Treasure. It's the same reason I love The Goonies. It's the same reason why I love
yeah.
everything like
Mummy.
treasure hunting, like Congo. Like
Yeah.
remember Congo? Like
Yes.
if it's about like finding this treasure that's
Yeah.
I'm all in. I get sucked in and I don't know how to explain it otherwise. I'm not saying it's not a good movie. I'm not saying it's a great movie. What I'm saying is it's just really enjoyable for me, it's just made for me. So that's how I looked at this film, Jungle Cruise. It was like National Treasure. It was just a mix of Pirates of the Caribbean and National Treasure. Like there's like some history elements into it. Like that's fucking what I love. I love all of that stuff. And as you're right, you're right. So there are definitely elements that are like cringeworthy, but for me, that's good enough when it comes to movies like that because we don't get any of them anymore. Like they don't give us any more of those kind of
Yeah.
things.
They don't make him like that anymore. Like, it's different. When you make a movie like that, you got to do kind of like a franchise or a known IP kind of thing, which is, I guess, why we're trying to go with a Jungle Cruise. But most people, like, it's a pretty boring ride. That also made me cringe because it's a boring, like,
Yeah.
it's never been a fun ride. Like, it's always been,
No.
like, it's for our age, because we're not 70 years old.
100%.
Like, it's kind of boring.
You ever
So
watch?
this, what which one?
Did you watch that Disney special, Disney Plus special on the making of Jungle Cruise?
Oh no, that must be fun.
Yeah. So
The animatronics.
make sure you watch that about all the shit that went wrong when it came to making that ride. It's really interesting. I'm not giving them excuses. I mean, obviously it's a copy and paste of like Pirates of the Caribbean. They're trying to remake all this kind of stuff. At the end of the day, do I wish that Dwayne Johnson did Fast and Furious franchise instead of
Yeah.
this franchise? 100%. Like
Right.
that was
Yeah, that
I mean, Dwayne Johnson was great in this movie, Jungle Cruise. If I could just replace him with Jacob's brother or something or Don's brother, like it would be so much more fun. Because that was, I mean, there's no question that Dwayne Johnson owns the screen whenever he's on it. I mean, he's
that's true.
so fun. He's so fun.
Well, what's your favorite Dwayne Johnson movie?
Good question.
Here's the thing, though. I said Dwayne Johnson movie. So nothing that's an ensemble like Fast and the Furious would count. Think a movie that's his, right?
Hey, Pain and Gain is really good.
Pain and Gain is great. Oh, I would
Have you ever
argue
seen
that
Pain
one
and Gain?
is. Yeah, I love Pain and Gain. Yeah, that is my favorite Dwayne Johnson movie too. I think I
Um,
love that movie. Yeah.
I love the Scorpion King. I don't give a
Oh, I
shit.
love the Scorpion King. Of
It's
course, it's
so
amazing.
fun.
It's
It's so
awesome.
fun.
Awesome.
Like talk about just another like BC movie that like you could turn that on and just turn your brain off and have a good time. Like
Yeah,
that it didn't hit I don't think it hit theaters. Did it hit theaters?
it did. I watched it in theaters. Yeah, I
Did you?
remember. I
I
did. Yeah.
I didn't see it in theaters, but it was good. It was really strong.
His
All right,
acting was so bad back then.
yeah.
Right. He still needed a few classes.
Oh, I
But
mean,
anyway, let's.
he's a wrestler, you know,
He
like
was a wrestler. Yeah, yeah. All right, let's get back to the list. See my tangents. See that what happens.
all right, here we go. We've got me with my squad. I've got The Incredibles, Mask of the Phantasm, Moana, Princess and the Frog, Wreck-It Ralph, and I'm going up against my man Larry, Finding Nemo, Kubo, which I love to death. Such a good film. My Neighbor Totoro. I've never seen it,
Me
embarrassingly.
neither.
How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World, which I absolutely love. It's an amazing film. And Dumbo, which I don't enjoy. When you talk about boring, that is like the definition of that film. So I am currently in the lead, 52-47. This is probably going to go down to the wire. Really happy just to get to the final four, to be honest, because we did an animation draft a year ago, and I lost in the first fucking round, and it really made me upset. I'm not gonna, you know me, Gabe. Like I'm an asshole when it comes to competitions, and losing in an animation draft in the first round was not okay. So I'm glad. I was in the first round. I'm the only team that was in the first round. I had to beat the Iron Giant. I had to beat the Nightmare Before Christmas. Now I'm here in the final four. What's your real thoughts there?
I like your list. I mean, I was messing with you on the Batman. I honestly haven't seen that movie since I was a kid, so I can't really give an opinion on it. I just mess with you guys. I love Moana. Moana is one of like my favorite animated movies. The Incredibles, of course, too. Princess and the Frog. I've actually never seen it. So I mean, I hear it's great. So I would take your word on that one. Wreck-It Ralph is good. I don't like as much as other people, but I liked it. I'm torn on Larry's list, and Larry's probably the best player on this game. Like he always picks a fantastic
So good,
list.
100%.
So good. This one disappointed me. I haven't seen all the movies, but I just don't feel like it comes together very well. It feels like it's like kind of like, you know, all over the place. I like Finding Nemo, but that's it. Like Go on the Two Strings, I haven't seen, and Dumbo, I really dislike. And How to Train Your Dragon, how I feel about it, and the other one I haven't seen, which I hear it's great. It just doesn't feel like it's. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of Larry's list overall.
Yeah, the only thing that I would take over my list is Finding Nemo over The Incredibles. Finding Nemo is terrific. It is such
over The Incredibles. Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would pick.
No, I mean, I think there's 100% a demographic that would pick Finding Nemo over The Incredibles.
Yeah.
It's just an incredibly quotable film, lovable movie where The Incredibles, Brad Bird, it's his like, masterclass film of superheroes. But I don't think it has that popularity value of Finding Nemo. But outside of that, I honestly would take every single film I have over his. And I'm trying to say that politely. Because I mean it's not even close. Like Mask of the Phantasm, and I know if you want to say your thoughts on Mask of the Phantasm, but what it did was teach us the sacrifice that Bruce Wayne had to go through. What it taught us was what it means to be Batman. What it taught us was Batman meeting his true love, his one true love, and having to sacrifice that and be Batman.
Right.
We've never seen that on the big screen. We've
Kind of
never
like
seen.
Spider-Man 2, in the sense that he considers quitting,
Yep,
right?
yep.
Kind of
He
like
does.
that.
He does.
Yeah.
He very
Well, they
much.
both do, right? They both do. Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah. Yeah. No,
yep.
look, I remember very little about it. I know it's very beloved. I'm also not the biggest fan of animation overall. I think you guys have figured that out by now. There are some I really like. I like the movies that really take advantage of the animation medium. Like they really like go crazy, like stuff that you can't do in live action, which is what I feel movies like Moana do very well, or Finding Nemo. Like you can never do Finding Nemo live action, although they might try in a few years because of course they will. But like you
Oh,
shouldn't,
that
right?
better not happen. That
I
better.
mean, look, I don't see much difference between Finding Nemo live action and whatever The Lion King was.
Oh, dude, Gabe, stop. Don't even give them ideas like that. No, no. Pixar would not be okay with that.
I mean, Pixar. Look, I mean, Pixar, it feels like it's being kind of like left out by Disney in some ways. I still don't get why
No, it does, right? Like
why did they send both Luca and
I
Soul?
right, right.
I don't get it. Like
If you're
and
gonna
not
if you're gonna give us like a Disney Pixar live action movie, like The Incredibles would be perfect. Like right, like if there was gonna be the next on deck Pixar Disney live action, like The Incredibles would be perfect. It seems like Pixar's getting the shaft like over and over and over again here.
Yeah, and I mean they worked hard in their movies and they didn't even get a premiere access. But I mean nothing against Raya and the Last Dragon. I like that movie, but
It's
why
awesome.
was Raya and the Last Dragon, like what was that premiere access and not Soul?
I
It,
don't know.
it's weird, and Mulan was premiere access. It's like screw that movie. I know you liked it, but they've
Which one?
Mulan, live action
Yeah,
Mulan.
I did like.
Yeah. Whatever. Like lots of movies have gotten premiere access and Pixar hasn't. I don't know why.
I don't know either. It seems like their contract is falling apart. There's definitely a weird awkwardness going on between Disney and Pixar because for the longest time it's always been Pixar, 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 then Disney. And we talked about how Tangled like kind of revived that. Princess and the Frog on my
Yeah.
list kind of revived that where they're going, not unlike Into the Spider-Verse did for Sony. Like it just completely reinvigorated their animation department. It kind of makes me think of like how Marvel has an entire animation studio now, and I'm thinking that like Disney is putting all their eggs in the Marvel animation studio and Disney rather than Pixar, and they're slowly moving away from Pixar. Any thoughts on that?
Oh, I hope not. I really hope
I
not
do too.
because
I fully agree.
like look, I mean I like Tangled. I like the movie. I think Frozen is okay. I think it only works because of the songs. You take the songs from that movie and it's
I
not
agree.
not memorable. But none of those movies, I mean, to me, none of those movies have anything to do with Monsters Inc., Toy Story,
Yeah.
Finding Nemo. Like when Inside Out, that movie is just yeah. So to me, if they are doing that, it's just unacceptable. And speaking of which, Marvel animation, what if? If we are deprived of Pixar to get more what ifs, I would kill someone.
Mm. So they're already making a season 2 of What If. That's already in the books, and I know that they're making 2 more series of animated Marvel shows in the future. So that is definitely, at least I don't know anything beyond that, but at least from the surface value, that's what it seems like Disney is putting their eggs in the basket for that, which is definitely a concern. I mean, you know, the writers, the directors, the storyboarding, the heart of Pixar, like Disney can't touch that. Like as much as I love Raya, and Raya was really good, but
That's great.
it copied and pasted a lot of different things that we've already seen before. And Pixar, as much as I didn't like Soul, as much as I kind of run my head on that movie, like it continuously pushes the bar forward when it comes to like Soul is just such an existential like film that like is not made for kids. But at the end of the day, I will 100% when it comes to me, my demographic, putting money in their pocket, it's Pixar all day. What about you?
Yeah, no, totally. Pixar is the superior as a brand. People love Pixar as just the risk that they take, the imagination on display every time you see a Pixar project, whether you like it or not, right?
Yeah.
Even Luca, which I deeply disliked. Like I believe that it had some sort of flavor that you don't get anywhere else, and renouncing that would be a big mistake. Hopefully, we're just speculating.
Yeah, we have no idea. We're just hanging out. We're just drinking. Let's wrap it up.
No, wait, no. One quick thing. Quick thing. I want to get your thoughts on the Eternals trailer because I didn't talk to anybody.
Oh, right. Can we watch it?
Oh yeah,
let's watch it. Hold on, let me check. Stop screen. Yeah, the Eternals trailer. I love the first one, but the second one, I was okay. Like, I'm not saying I didn't like it, but it was a trailer that was truly formalic for me.
Can you come in here?
Hold on.
I need you to check something out.
All right, here we go. Let me share my screen. You want to watch it and just react to it?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. All right, you see it? Nope.
So if I see something, can I ask to pause or?
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we could do it.
5 years ago, Thanos erased half of the population of the universe. But the people of this planet brought everyone back with a snap of a finger. The sudden return of the population provided the necessary energy for the emergence to begin.
So I love pause. Like
go ahead.
I love this idea that the plot is tied directly to like the consequences of Endgame. I love that. Like, and the fact that they also have a few lines here justifying like why they never fought with the Avengers or they never fought for the world.
They didn't say it.
They said that they were instructed to only intervene if these creatures ever appeared again. You'll hear it in a minute. Oh, Nicole's behind. Yeah. Oh, I thought she was. Yeah. Sure? Yeah. Right, no, I mean not right now. She'll say it later. All
right, here we go. Let's watch.
Yeah.
Provided the necessary energy for the emergence to begin.
How long do we have?
7 days.
It's like 7 days. Like The Ring. It's like are the Eternals going to call somebody and they're like 7 days?
I would love that.
I came here 7,000 years ago to protect humans from the deviants.
Why didn't you guys help fight Thanos or any war or all the other terrible things throughout history?
We were instructed not to interfere in any human conflicts unless deviants were involved.
See? There it is.
I mean, Thanos isn't important. Thanos is less important than the deviants?
Well, it seems like this is. I mean, I'm not the biggest comic book guy, but I believe this is a Celestial. or something like that, like
Well,
one
he's
of those
definitely
beings. Right. So if a celestial tells you do not intervene unless it's for the deviants, what do you do?
Right. This has like Loki fever all over it. Like that's probably just a robot, and they're like gonna cut off his head, and it's like it's just completely inconsequential. Right?
If I had to guess,
Yeah,
that is a flashback.
definitely, 100%. I agree with that. All right.
We need to find the others.
This looks fun.
I haven't seen some of them.
I like this part.
Hello.
This is what the end of the world looks like. Please be a front row seat.
You know what's never saved the planet? Your sarcasm.
We've loved these people since the day we arrived. When you love something, you protect it.
You can't protect.
Hold on. That's Druig, right?
Who's that? I don't know who that is.
That's the main villain.
Oh, really? CGI guy?
Yep,
Any of
Oh,
that's Druig, the main deviant.
I'm disappointed. I don't want CGI bad guys.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
That does
Yeah.
not look good.
Yeah, he looks kind of like the lizard from the Amazing Spider-Man.
I bet you've built the perfect safe house. Well, what's this even made of? Vibranium?
Fall collection. IKEA.
So that
So-
joke is fun. I like that joke.
I
That was fun.
laughed because number one, you don't need super strength to break IKEA furniture like that. It's just you can just anybody can do it. And two, who knows what collection your IKEA furniture is? You know, like who the hell knows that? It's just that guy.
That's so funny. Though. Like I've had way more nightmare stories with IKEA than like positive stories. So that, and by the way, to take that table back and get it fixed again probably took like literally 6 months.
No,
It's just a pain in the ass because that was probably an old edition, and you have to get all the parts. It's just a hot mess.
really massive mess. Yeah, but we're all surrounded by IKEA. Like you see that lamp right there. That's IKEA. The desk.
Yeah.
This one. I mean, we all buy IKEA. We're millennials. You know,
Mm.
that's what we do.
So overall, the trailer, I thought it was good. Like that being said, like my expectation for Eternals is really high. Like it's Eternals and Shang-Chi. Like those are the top two films for me that I was really excited about. So when I watched that and you see them, like I didn't buy in. I don't have buy-in for like, oh, because we were instructed to not go against a deviant. Yet 20 seconds later, they're like, if you love something, like you have to fight for it. Like, give me a fucking break. Like none of that makes sense. So like the Battle of New York wasn't good enough. The attack on Wakanda wasn't good enough. Like, get the fuck out of here, deviants. Like, that was definitely a big enough threat that these people should have made an impact. So I don't buy it. What about you?
Look, here's my thoughts. Number one, on that point, fair. It seems like, and this is my interpretation of the trailer. I have not seen the movie. I don't know anything beyond what we just saw. It seems like Jon Snow, who's the White Knight, the Black Knight,
Black Knight.
the Black Knight, is gonna be the Killmonger equivalent.
He's not. He's not.
In the sense, because he's talking to Gemma Chan, Cersei, I believe his name. her
No,
name
he's
is.
gonna be a good guy.
Yeah, but he's talking to her and saying, asking exactly what you just asked. Like, why didn't you come here for Thanos? Why didn't you come here for this or that? And then she responds, because we were told. And then he's like, who told you? So I don't know what it's in the comics, but it feels like he's gonna be the villain, kind
He
of
won't.
ish.
He won't.
No? So why is he complaining? And he's not in the group shots.
He's it's a character that the movie will focus on, not necessarily this movie, but definitely moving forward. The Black Knight, his love for that, what's her name, Gemma.
Cersei. Isn't her name Cersei? I remember
I'm not
because she's
sure.
like, I think she's Cersei, with an
Um,
S.
So that is going to be, like the main plot of the film, but he will not be the main villain of the film. It'll be Druig, who you just saw, and part of the Deviants. He's like the main Deviant.
Okay.
So Jon Snow is not going to be the main villain. He's going to be built up as the Black Knight. The Black Knight is a character that has lived over and over in time, from like King Arthur days, but it's not necessarily Jon Snow or Kit Harington. Like, that title has been carried on from different people throughout the years. So you're gonna see this. It could be they could like just change it completely altogether. But that love story is something that you see throughout periods of time. It's like Hawkeye and not Hawkeye. What's the DC version of that?
Green Arrow?
Not Green Arrow. It's like Hawk Girl.
No, Hawkman and Hawk.
Yeah, like they're like
Yeah.
magnets. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they find each other. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but in the other trailer, they had shots of that, but with Rob Stark,
Mm-hmm.
right? It was Gemma Chan through the ages. So she's like, is there going to be a love triangle here with the Stark
Yes.
boys? Oh, that'll be fun. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
most likely, that the love story will be like the forefront of this film. I don't know. I guess I just, my expectations are really high for this movie, just like Shang-Chi, and why I'm so like nervous about watching it.
You'll like it. I'm sure you'll like
I'm
it.
so excited. I
would
excited.
give you 90. I liked it, and you think I hate everything. I mean, I don't think I can say much. I believe it's I mean, I'm not a critic, but I didn't watch it as a critic, but I think it's very enjoyable, and I think you'll like it. It's a good film. It's a good film. I don't think it's top tier MCU by any means, but
Really?
I don't think it is. I think but it's great. I mean, it's hard to have that's why I haven't done like an MCU ranking, because there's so many great films. I don't even know how I would pick between Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2, for example, that I love them both. I don't know how I would pick. I don't know how I would. Anyway, point being, I wanted to make another point about the trailer because I know we're out of time. Rob Stark has the same powers as Superman, and they use the same special effect for the heat vision as Henry Cavill. Why? Like, why would they do
talked
this?
about this we literally just talked about this on the last episode of the What If review, because powers are getting nerfed, and I'm curious how this moves forward with the MCU. It's going to be really interesting to see like whose powers are what, with everything going on, because so many side characters are going from here to here, and heroes are going from here to here. And I'm really, because there was a lot of nerfing from the first 1, 2, and 3 phases. So who's next? I think Scarlet's going to be up here. Like Scarlet Witch, 100% has to be the biggest, most powerful Avenger. And then you get, like you said, the Eternals, and where they're celestial beings. Like they're super, super powerful. And where does that leave everybody else? That's a low key subplot, I think, in the MCU, is like, because what they're doing is they're trying to introduce all these side characters like they did with Iron Man. They crushed it. They absolutely crushed Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, and they made him this amazing hero and the forefront of the MCU in the first 3 phases. Now, like, who's that next kind of character to step up? That is a really big question. Could it be Kit Harington? Could it be Bran Stark? Could it be someone? At the end of the day, I trust Kevin Feige to make the right decision. I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't know. Like, that's kind of like the mystery with where we're going forward, is like Loki's last episode and how it opened the door to the multiverse and the What If series, and how many different possibilities there are. I don't think anybody knows. And what I'm really glad, honestly, bare bones, I'm glad to know that we don't know the contracts of all these stars. We don't. We legit, like, because I fucking predict, like, when like phase 2 and on, like, all right, you know, this and this, and you could put it all together. It was a puzzle that was like a 10-piece puzzle. You could figure it out. This is like a smart decision in that you don't know what could happen next. You don't know where this is going forward. And Kevin Feige announced that he's not going to reveal the contract lengths, the movie rights, the all that kind of stuff. So that's really exciting for me, is for someone who enjoys the shock factor. You know, like, I don't like knowing things. I am the type, like, I don't want to know. Like, same for What If. Like, Ryan spoiled it during our last episode review that a certain character will be in more episodes, and I was like, "What?"
Which one? Just tell me. I don't care.
It's Chadwick Boseman.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I mean,
great news. It was great news.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I was like, because after you saw Captain Carter, after you saw T'Challa as Star-Lord, I was like, if that was a one-off, I'm good with that. But Ryan revealed that it was actually like, he's got 3 more episodes, and I was like, yes.
3?
Yeah.
Wow. I hope he's in the zombie one. That's
I don't
the
know.
one I want to see. I
don't
love
know.
zombies.
I don't want to talk about it. I want to, like, stay out of it. I know about the zombie episode because I saw the trailer, but I'm of the frame of mind, like, when it comes to the MCU, I prefer to be in the dark. And make up my own mind. Because, like, theories and stuff is my bread and butter. Like, that is, I love, like, I spend so much time just, like, thinking about, like, what if, like, or this and this and this. You know that, bro. Like,
no, I do. I mean, and
favorite
that's fun to do. I'm not the biggest one on that, but I mean, that's a fun exercise. And if I were you, this is what I did with Shang-Chi. I watched the first trailer, and I think I watched the second trailer.
I haven't seen the second trailer.
Oh, perfect. Then stay that way. Don't watch the TV spots. Because I was very surprised with most of the action sequences. You know, like, besides the one you saw in the first trailer, like the one in the bus, like, that looks like Speed, you know, a couple of those. But like a third act, I had not seen anything at all. Like, I was just like, oh, I guess. Like, I'm sure it wasn't some trailer. I just didn't see it.
I have so many questions, man.
Ask me.
Question. I'm not sure I want to.
I can't spoil it anyway. So
does it open the door for a Shang-Chi too?
I mean, every single one of these movies does.
Does it open the door for something bigger?
Yes.
Fuck. All right, that's all I need to know.
I mean, but again, you could say that about each and every one of these movies. Black Widow, post-credit scene, something bigger. You know, Loki, WandaVision, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It opens the door for a new Captain America movie.
Let's revisit that, because I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Yeah. So that is.
It's not a spoiler. Like I said, they all do the same thing, so I could be telling you anything.
I mean, there's a difference between, like, you know, what's her name? Contessa, Val, something, hanging out with Black Widow's sister. You know what I mean? Like, there's a big difference.
Yeah, but I mean, to me that was pretty big, because she's like now going to be with Hawkeye and Kate Bishop, and I don't know who else is going to show up in that. So to me that was, I mean, I would have answered the same way. I don't know if this helped, but I would have answered yes to if they asked me the same about Black Widow. I would tell you this: I really enjoyed Aquafina in this movie. I thought she was really funny. She was really
great.
funny.
I'm excited to see it. I don't think it comes out for like a week or two.
I think it's 2 weeks.
That sucks. I'm literally gonna be like the last person to see it because like I have a 2-year-old and getting a babysitter sucks and I feel bad and all that stuff. So all right, let's wrap it up.
Premiere access. Yeah.
Wrap it up. Gabe, where can we find you, man? What do you got going on?
Right here. Film Opinionitis, and on Cinespection Monday we'll be reviewing Samurai Cop and Samurai Cop and I just lost my train of thought. Mythic Quest. And, you should join us. Watch Samurai Cop. You're gonna have so much fun.
I have no idea what that is.
It's like The Room, but it's probably worse than The Room. It's probably, I watched it last night, and it's incredibly like sexist. It's incredibly like
just where can I find it?
I have it on Blu-ray. You have to rent it on Amazon or something. I'm sure. I don't. You have to watch it. It's something that has to be seen. That right. I can tell you.
All right. So that Monday. Is Gabe. Monday, Cinespection. Make sure you check that out. For myself, for Gabe, make sure you vote for your favorite animation movie teams. The final championship round will go down tomorrow night. That's going to be a ton of fun. Our next draft will be comic book movies, so that will be a lot of fun. Gabe, you in?
Of course.
All right, cool. You're in. And that's going to be a ton of fun. So that'll be going down next month. For Gabe, for myself, thanks for watching, guys. Stay awesome.